And good afternoon, Vallejo. How is everybody today? I am so delighted to have as my guest on today's Our Voices a musical icon, a man that is known throughout the Bay Area for his fantastic musical ability. His name is John Francis Turk. And John Turk and I have been friends for a number of years. He's a part of my family. I'm a part of his family. Um, I just want to talk a little bit, John, about Vallejo and how you grew up here in this wonderful little burg here that we like to call home. You're part of a great musical legacy that Vallejo has produced, and I'd like to welcome you to the show. I'm honored to have you.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I went on your website, and for those of you that are not familiar with the B3 organ, I don't know how that would happen. I don't know what planet that you were living on, but John Turk plays a B3 Hammond organ along with the trumpet at the same time, and I have seen him play musically for absolute years, and every time, and I can say this honestly, I'm always astounded. Every single time I come and I hear you play, you do something a little different. I've listened to you for 30 plus years. You do something a little different, something a little play, and John, you're just so fantastic. You're also the musical director, am I saying that correctly, at Glide Memorial Church.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that. I understand that you started out there as a little temporary job, and 30 years later.
Yeah, I was supposed to be there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Really. And because now I'm guessing at this, because I've never walked up to Cecil and said, is that the reason why you kept me? But I think it was because I played the trumpet and the keyboards, and it made it sound bigger, like
Yes.
he had a orchestra, because I'm playing the same thing on the trumpet as I am on the piano. So it made it sound like a horn section.
Yes.
So the guy place I was taking had went to South Africa with this group called Sylvester and the 2 Tons of Fun.
Oh, okay.
So they were out in South Africa for supposed to be 2 weeks. And I thought after the 2 weeks I'd be out of there.
You'd be out of a job, right?
But like I say, getting back to the trumpet and piano, I think he liked that, and he kept me around for a while. Then that choir director got real sick and later passed.
Oh.
And then Cecil called me in his office and said, well, I want you to help this new guy that he had hired, because I knew all the songs.
Right.
So the new guy got sick.
John, I don't know about you, John Turk.
No, I didn't plan it. I mean, I didn't put the.
You didn't even put that thought out in the universe, did you?
No, because I was fine just helping.
Yes.
But then he had health problems, and Cecil said, "Well, why don't you just go ahead and just take care of it?"
You have just been such, people talk about the Glide Memorial Ensemble and the choir, and they speak of it with a reverence. And that, I know, my friend, is because of you. They really speak of it with care and concern. They're so proud to be a part of that. I've watched you many times lead that group. One Christmas program, you were on Channel 5, and I was at home, and I was so excited, and I said, honey, John is on TV, John is on TV. John, it was so fantastic just to know you and to listen to the music and to listen to the sounds. It's just fantastic. I'm going to read just a little bit off of your website here. Oh, excuse me, I need those cheaters now. You remember when I didn't used to need them, but I actually need them now. But I just want to talk a little bit about your early days. From your early days in Vallejo playing with schoolmate Sly Stone. Oh,
yeah.
I'm name dropping here. band recording or performing with such legends as Etta James, Jimmy McCracklin, one of my favorite players, John Lee Hooker, who I had the pleasure of meeting, Charlie Musselwhite,
Right.
Pee Wee Ellis, Mark Isham, B.B. King, and more. You've been inducted into the West Coast Blues Hall of Fame, and you've been written up in B3 organ publications for your accomplishments. Talk to me. Just wow. That's all I can say, John.
Well, I've been lucky, you know, because as a musician, you actually, there's no such thing as 20 years in a pen.
No, no.
And I don't know any musicians that have retired.
No.
So I've been playing since I was 5.
Since you were 5 years old. And you're just 33 now. Oh my goodness, that career has spanned a lifetime.
Next year it's going to be 32.
Okay, it's good. Well, actually, we attended a birthday party of yours this past September,
Right.
and I've had the pleasure of attending a number of your birthday parties, and I have to tell you, each one of them have just been totally outrageous.
Yeah.
The one at the top of the Mark in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was outrageous, okay?
Yeah,
this one that your daughter put on this past September.
And my son.
And your son. I'm not going to leave John out. I probably shouldn't call him John anymore. He's a grown man with kids now. But growing up, that's the name that we called him. But they were wonderful in terms of putting on this program, inviting all of these musicians. Faye Carroll was there. I sat at the table with Faye Carroll, and
yeah, she tore it up.
Oh, she tore it up. And this other lady, I don't know her name.
It's Carol Stallings.
Carol Stallings.
Yeah.
She was another fact. But the gentleman that played the xylophone.
Oh, Yancey Taylor.
Oh my gosh.
He's been playing good like that for 40 years.
Oh my gosh. People were just like, I mean, they just couldn't take their eyes off of him. He was just that fantastic.
Yeah, no, he's a great musician. No doubt.
Tell me about some of the music. I mean, I'm name drop some, but I won't say your favorite. I won't put you on the spot and say your favorite because you couldn't possibly have a favorite with all of the different musicians that you've worked with. Ronnie Beck and
oh yeah, one of my favorite drummer.
And what's is this Peter? Is it Peter White? That's the guitar player.
You're not talking about the Asian?
Oh, Peter Fuji.
Yeah.
Yes, that was his name.
Yeah,
that was his name.
Yeah.
We had some fun.
Oh yeah.
We had some fun. You guys actually played at my mother's 65th birthday party.
Yeah.
Mama turned 65, and she had never had a birthday party in her life. In her entire 65 years of life, she had never had a party. And
we had one that night.
We had a party for Mama that year. We really did. And to be able to, Faye sang and you played, and Peter Fuji just tore it up.
Yeah.
He tore it up.
He's one of the best, no doubt about it.
Oh my gosh, you've had an opportunity to play with some absolutely tremendous musicians.
I've been very fortunate.
And we personally have been some places. There was a CD party we attended for you down in I believe in San Mateo or somewhere down the peninsula when you released a CD about 10, 15 years back.
Oh yeah,
with Joyce.
Joyce Randolph.
Yeah, Joyce Randolph, and
forgot about that.
You forgot? Oh, that was a really nice party.
Yeah, classy.
Very classy. Down at the nice hotel, everything.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend likes stuff. That's high class and luxury.
It was great.
So it was really, really a lovely time. And I understand that you have a new CD coming out.
Yeah, hopefully after the first of the year, because it's really just about done. I should be putting out my new CD.
And what is it called?
Homegrown.
Oh, come on now.
No, really.
That's Vallejo now, right there. That's
well,
homegrown.
I'm from Vallejo. No, homegrown.
And talk about some of the tunes. Are there some that you've written, or are there some that you have?
Some I've written, and some are just some of my favorite tunes. And because it's my CD, and I can pick and choose what I
Whatever
want.
you like. Don't you love that?
Yeah, I love it. And you know, I have a jazz influence, and like Jimmy Smith, he inspired me. Miles Davis,
Yes.
Lee Morgan. So I've got some tunes on there that reflect that.
That jazz background.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well,
and blues.
And well, now I was gonna say that because brother, you beat the blues up real bad.
Yeah, I got a song that I did for my dad called Blues for Pops.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
How is that lovely fella doing? Is he still hanging in there, taking names and numbers?
are you talking about my son?
I'm talking about your daddy.
Oh, my daddy is too tough. You know, I always thought I knew something, only to find out you're still learning, son.
You're still learning, son. You're still
yeah.
learning. You can, and your daddy. That's a wonderful thing that your daddy can always teach you something else.
Always.
You know, Mr. Turk is such a. I mean, I enjoy.
And the
him
fact
so
that he
much.
can jump up out the chair quicker than me.
He's what, 93 now?
93.
Yeah.
93. A couple months ago, I came up here to see him. He just got through mowing his lawn.
I love that.
I got to save up my nickels to pay somebody.
To pay somebody to mow the lawn.
Yeah, he's doing wonderful.
Well, I am so happy to hear that. Your dad is an absolute favorite person of mine, as you know, and I'm real happy to know that he's doing well. You and my husband have been friends for a couple of years here.
At least.
And his brother Richard played in the band with you when years ago.
In the 70s.
In the 70s when you were in the John Turk and the Third Street Annex.
Yeah.
I still have T-shirts. I still have that T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna make some more.
Make some more T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made the other John Turk. No, have you heard John Turk?
Yeah.
I think that's what those T-shirts say. And I still have that one, which I absolutely adore. I wear it all the time, and people ask me where I got it from. I said, you have to know the musician, okay? John Turk.
Deborah,
have you heard that?
You need
well,
to
you know, I just tell them that I have friends, okay?
No.
So your homegrown CD, we started talking a little bit about that, and so it says that you've got some originals mixed in with some well-known classic, all infused with that signature John Turk B3 organ swing thing. I like that.
Yeah, I did some organ tunes, and then there's some tunes that I play the piano on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're appearing on a weekly basis. Is that Scott Seafood at Jack London?
Every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. On Sunday is from 5 to 9, and then on Monday and Tuesday it's from 6 to 10.
Oh, wonderful. You know, my husband and I came over and spent our anniversary with you.
I was very flattered because you could have went anywhere.
This year, and you know, I told you, and I said, you know what, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna surprise John, because you always let us know what's going on with you, and you know, trying to blow him up out of the house, you know, is a project, but that particular
got him out.
You know, he was very compliant. He said, oh, okay, let's go, and I'm like, oh God, let's go. So we came over to Scott Seafood and surprised you.
Yeah.
And spent the evening with you, and we talked old times. We talked about some of the wonderful places that we've been and some of the things that we've done, and it was an absolute pleasure for me.
Life has been good.
Life has been good, hasn't it, John?
Yeah.
You know,
a few setbacks here and there.
You know, you got to have some bumps in the road in order, you know, with an up, there's got to be a down.
Yeah.
Okay? You got to be able to go sideways and backwards and around, and, you know, all of that. That's all a part of life, and to how we handle it and how you deal with it. You know, you've had some health challenges. I'm so proud of you because the health challenges throughout all of that, you stayed strong. You know, you stayed...
you do what you got to do, you know.
Rooted and grounded.
Because when it comes right down to it, it's your life, and you got to live it.
Yes.
And the people that have my house, the mortgage,
Yes.
they don't care if I'm sick.
No, they don't do that.
No, all they
They're
want
really
is
not very solicitous at
No.
all, are they?
So when I was when I was doing that dialysis, I would leave the dialysis at 5:30, and at 6 o'clock I was playing in Scott.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. No.
I know so many people that went through that John, they'd be so debilitated. They couldn't do anything else. I know a number of people.
Yeah, I've been blessed all the way along.
Oh my gosh.
And then I got a new kidney in May of last year.
Oh wow. And it's been no stopping you. No.
Well,
It's been no stopping you.
I'm not quite Superman yet, but I'm working on it.
Well, I tell you what, you got some Superman-like qualities.
Yeah,
And I can
I'm
say
working on
that
it.
for sure, because
Yeah.
being able to see you, and I know how bad it was for you, and every time I'd see you, I'd give you a hug and a kiss, and I know it was really tough for
Well,
you.
I was pitiful.
You were, but you hung in there, and now you're on the other side of that, and that is the good part. God is just really good in the
Yeah.
blessing business.
Thank God.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
So now, do you think by the time, sometime next year, you'll have some more details? I want to put your website up, johnturk.com,
Right.
in order for people to go and find out about when this CD is actually homegrown. I love the name of that. This is the holiday season. I have been blessed to have some wonderful guests this year, and I always like to close out my end of the year show with a renowned musician, and to have you
You're
do
kind.
this for me, I
You're
appreciate you so much. Well,
Thank you.
Again, the years that we have spent together have laid a pretty good groundwork for us, and I feel comfortable in calling you on a moment's notice and saying, John, I need some help. Help a sister out.
No, you paid your dues with me. Your record is good.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, your record is good.
You've got 3 beautiful children, and how many grandkids now?
7.
7 grandkids. They got one more
Yeah.
than me.
Yeah. My son had 3, and my daughter has 4.
All right.
Yeah. And they're
Yeah,
all-
it'll be a while for Miles here. So I don't know, but he's so good looking though. At 9 years old, I don't know. Woo.
Yeah, he's a pretty sharp cookie.
He is an absolutely darling kid. I remember when he was born, and you guys brought him over, and
Right.
and I was like, John, you got a baby. You starting this all over again? But you know what it did for you, John?
Huh.
It lightens you up. It just I see the sparkle and the shine in your eye when Miles came up on the stage at your birthday party, and and he started playing the drums, and he looked over at his dad to take his cues from his dad, and I could see that light in your eyes. I was like, there he goes.
It's hard to beat having somebody love you, and when they talk about unconditional,
Yes.
it's hard to beat that.
Children love you unconditional.
Yeah, he never walks up to me and says, "Dad, you gonna be a rock star?" He don't care about that.
No, he doesn't. He just it's the time that you guys spend together.
Yeah.
Whether you're at rehearsal,
Yeah.
or whether you like performing on the stage that you did at your birthday party. How does anybody play at their own birthday party? And then tear it up. Do better than the musicians that were there.
Yeah.
That was really, really. We had a wonderful time there.
He's got a lot of talent.
He
my
really
my
does.
big son had talent,
I know John did.
but he did not want to pursue a musical career.
But he could, I mean, he was in the Vallejo Senior High School
Right.
marching band.
And
I
playing with
remember
me
that.
on the weekend.
Playing with you on the weekends. I remember from as a young kid,
Yeah.
he was like really into drums. But each one of our kids choose the path that they want, and all we can do is wish them the best and send them off on their way, and hope everything turns out, cross eyes, toes, ears,
Right.
and everything, and hope everything turns out okay for him. And it looks like it has for John Jr.
Definitely, definitely.
He's
John,
in Southern California, right?
right?
Yeah,
He's in L.A. and then Sophia's in Dallas.
yeah.
They're doing great. You know, I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, that is wonderful, and
Yeah.
that's a wonderful testimony to also to be able to say about your kids is that I can't ask for
No,
anything more.
no.
They're wonderful. They're taking care of their children. They're taking care of their lives. And occasionally they turn around and pat me on the head every now and then.
Yeah, and they still call me.
Yeah.
They don't have to call
No,
me.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You know.
When they turn around and give you that attention, you go, really? Wow. You know?
Yeah. My daughter calls me every week. Both of them, they call me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It just makes you feel real warm to know that there's somebody that cares about you. Like when I got sick, I think it was a Thursday night. Now my daughter's in Dallas, Texas, right?
Uh-huh.
Friday morning, she was at the hospital.
She was there.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
there. Well, she's always been a daddy's girl as long as I've known her.
Yeah.
So she couldn't do anything less, John.
Yeah,
If anything
yeah.
was wrong with her daddy, she wanted to be right there.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. She's an
Yeah.
absolute sweetheart. So we're going to be looking forward to hearing this new CD, homegrown, and enjoying some of the music. And I would just, really encourage the listening public out there, if you ever get the opportunity, just go to Scott's, go to Glide Memorial.
And if they need a little, I was just going to say, if they need a little religion.
Need a little religion, need a little Christianity. Come
Yeah.
on, go to
Come
Reverend
to-
Cecil Williams.
Yeah, because he's doing wonderful things, and I'm glad to be just a little part of it.
He's another person that has, we just recently lost Nelson Mandela. He's another person that has always put the community first. I mean,
Right.
I'm sure to the detriment of his own family and his own self.
Oh, yeah.
That, he always wanted to make sure that somebody had something to eat and they had a roof over their heads. And I mean, he's
When you're feeding thousands of people every week,
yes.
the big man is definitely looking.
Oh, he's taken
Yeah.
numbers. My mother is part of a food program at Second Baptist Church, and by proxy, myself, even though I'm not a member of that
Yeah.
church, but I do all the ordering, I do all of the things for her, and so. It is a wonderful feeling, and my mother, she was 89 now. She's been doing this program, has been in existence now almost 17 years. Mm-hmm. And Mom has been at one point or another a part of it, and she's actually been a chairperson for the last like 7 or 8 years anyway. Mm-hmm. And so, when you see the relief in people's face, and you know that you played just a little part in helping bring about that relief.
That's what I tell the choir. I says, our job is to relieve the people of that feeling of helplessness.
Yes.
When you don't have a job, and 9 times out of 10 you're not going to get a job.
Right.
And you're hungry. Somebody's helping to feed you. And they have 3 different places that they can live for free.
Okay.
So just to be a part of that, and for more than a minute, because I've been there
30 plus years.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know just from, working in the city and reading about Glide Memorial Church, what a impact that they've had on not just their immediate community, but the entire surrounding community. Mm-hmm. They have played a huge part in helping so many people. And, the thing about help is that people say, well, you give out a helping hand. It doesn't, you don't know who might have to give you a crust of bread or a drink of water. So, it behooves you to reach back and hand out to other folks. John, I want to thank you again for this time that you've spent with me. It is just been absolutely the light of my week. I knew you were coming. I've been excited all week. I told my son Jason, I'm going to be interviewing John today, and my nephew was like, "Oh, Auntie, really? Are you?" Yes. I will be interviewing the John Turk. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, at Our Voices, one of the things that we try to do here with this program is just to showcase the positive aspects in the African American community. And as I said to you, and I will publicly say this, I can't think of anyone who is more deserving and who is more community involved than you are. You reach back, you help people all the time without even being asked, and you're so quiet. You just do it quietly, and which is what the Bible teaches us. You don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. You just do it.
Yeah, because a lot of things that have come into me were not things that I was seeking. Just like I wasn't looking to be the musical director at Live. Right. It just happened.
Right.
And it's been a great benefit for me because I'm playing music that I might not have played had I not been in Glide.
Well, John, I want to thank you so much. I love to having this opportunity to share with you. On today's show, Our Voices, we featured John Turk. He is a musical icon in the entire Bay Area, and each and every one of us, if you haven't had the opportunity to hear Mr. John Turk, please do yourself a favor and go and visit Mr. John Turk. You can catch him at Glide Memorial Church in San Francisco, pastored by the Reverend Cecil Williams, or you may catch him at Scott's Seafood, which is at Jack London Square in Oakland on the waterfront, which is a lovely place to be, by the way. I love going there. And so we want to thank John for taking the time out and coming over and spending this time to chat with me today. My name's Debora Dickson, and I am the host of Our Voices that brings you the positive news in Vallejo and the surrounding communities. So again, John, thank you for being my guest, and we'll meet. We're gonna hang out, I may, you gave such a great CD party the first time. I may come down.